Hey everybody, Chris Rock, Super Bowl weekend. I know you're all excited, I am too. We're going to be making pizza bread beer cheese dip, so hold on and we'll be right back with the ingredients. All right, let's get started. We're going to be cooking today on the Founders Series Legacy 1200 grill, and here's what we're going to need. Monterey Jack and cheddar shredded cheese. We're going to need some Gouda cheese. We're going to need some of our savory smokehouse Louisiana Grills rub. We'll have some beer, a little bit of Dijon mustard, and a few other things, and we'll be ready to go. So to get started, what we're going to do is we're going to have our Gouda cheese, and we're going to take about half the shredded cheddar jack that you have and mix this in. Next, some Dijon mustard. About a tablespoon and a half is good enough. If you want a little more, add a little more. If there's some other mustard you'd like to use, if you want to use a thicker brown mustard, use it. Remember, there's no rules here. It's whatever you want to do. The recipe is always the guideline. Next in goes the beer. It's about a third of a bottle of beer. And our cream cheese. Lastly, about my teaspoon of savory smokehouse rub. And then we're going to mix these together and combine them as we go. This will take a few minutes. You want the cream cheese to get soft as you go, and you need to work it a little bit. It's not the easiest thing. It's not going to be the neatest thing, but the end will justify the means, and we're going to have a great beer cheese dip when we're done. And if you get it mixed up about like that, that's great. You can smell the beer, you can smell the cheese, and the savory smokehouse rub. It's going to be fantastic. Next step, cast iron pan. If you don't have a cast iron pan, don't worry. A round glass baking dish will do. Anything that you have, you can use an aluminum tray, whatever works. But I love to cook in cast iron, and this makes a great presentation as well. You want to spray the cast iron down real good with some release spray so nothing will stick. And now here's our pizza dough bread balls. Okay. A lot of people are afraid of pizza dough. They say it's sticky, it's hard to work with. I've never been able to make a good homemade pizza. Don't worry, this is going to be really, really, really easy. What I like to do is I like to take the dough, roll it up. I use a little bit of olive oil or a little bit of release spray on it so that it doesn't stick to your hands. This is a 6-ounce pizza dough. I cut these in half and then I form them into a ball. Now you can do the same thing with any of your bread dough at home or anything like that, or even with the biscuit dough if you're using store-bought biscuit dough. But the trick is, as you pull the pizza dough around, to pull it to the bottom and pinch it around to the bottom of the pizza dough just like this. And what that does is, look, it gives you a nice smooth top to your dough ball. Okay, it's going to be real nice when it bakes up. Now, before I put these in, I give them a little score on top and right into the pan. Again, real easy. You don't want to work it too much, but you want to get the nice smooth part of the dough and start pulling all the other area around to the back. Pinching it together. And again, look how nice and smooth you get and how nice and uniform it is. We'll put a little score in that one as well. Now I've already made up a bunch of these dough balls, so quickly I'm going to put these in here and we'll assemble these. We're going to come right around. And you can make these dough balls up a couple of hours ahead if you like. And they just go right in around like this. I like pizza dough because you can go to any pizza shop around the corner. They'll always sell you the dough. They're happy not to make you a pizza, but they'll be happy to sell you 6 or 8 ounces of dough and let you take it home. And quite honest, then you don't have to have any thoughts about proofing and anything else like that. That dough is ready to go, and that's where this came from. Just a local pizza shop, and they were nice enough to sell me some dough. All right, so we've got all these in here. What we want to do now is we want to come in with an egg wash. So just some egg and a couple of eggs and some milk. And you just want to take the egg wash right in like this, come right in on top of all of these. Now this is gonna help them look a little better. They're gonna be nice and shiny when they're done and gonna give them a nice finish. Let's go back and score all the rest of these guys real quick. Again, doesn't have to be perfect, guys. All right, so we've got all of our dough in here, all of our pizza dough in. Remember, anything you want to use, but this is pizza dough. We've got all the pizza dough here into the cast iron. Now, all of that cheese that we mixed together, this is where we're going to really have things come together. We're going to take this cheese mixture and we're just going to fill the center of these dough balls. Scrape it out into the pan as flat as you can. Again, doesn't need to be perfect, doesn't need to be exact, but you want to get all that cheese, all that beer, all that cream cheese in there, because that's really where it's going to happen with all of the pizza dough. So dough balls in, we've got all of our cheese filling, a little pinch of savory rub on the top, and now that cheddar jack cheese that we had left, well, that needs to go in around it as well. Okay, we're all topped with cheese. We're going to go into the grill at 350 degrees for about 45 minutes. Our goal is to have this all this dough look nice and golden brown, like a beautiful pizza bread on the outside, and then we'll look for that inside beer cheese to be nice and bubbly and brown. So I promised you bubbling, brown, and we got it. 45 minutes in the smoker at 350. A little garnish now, just a little bit of chive. Super Bowl weekend looks fantastic, everybody. Let's have a taste. So here's that pizza dough that we put in. Oh, baked up nice and golden brown on the top. That is some Super Bowl eating. A little bit in the cheese. Not going to get any better than that, folks. That's our Super Bowl pizza bread cheese dip. Enjoy. Hot!